Hello everyone. I want to express my gratitude to everyone who supports me, and also to those who have just visited my channel. Subscribe, and I will share my ideas and experiences with you. Today I will be making a clock out of epoxy resin. I prepared a 6mm thick artboard. I decided to make the clock in black. The diameter of the future clock is 30 centimeters. The board needs to be prepared, since the clock will be black. I take black decorator paint and apply 2 coats until completely dry. You can pour the paint into a container, but I decided to pour it directly onto the board. A glove is essential, as the paint is difficult to wash off. You'll also need a sponge. A brush isn't suitable, and we cover everything from all sides. An hour later, the paint has dried. Let's prepare the work area. I use some old oilcloth because the resin will drip. To prevent the clock from sticking, I use plastic cups. It's best to use 2 for greater stability. We'll mount the artboard on them. I use thick watch resin, suitable for art pieces. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, but I recommend reading the manufacturer's instructions carefully. We weigh the cup, and mine weighs 2 grams. It turns out my scales are terrible liars. I'm now measuring by eye. 98 grams of resin minus 2 grams for the cup. 96 grams divided by 2 equals 48. So to the base weight of 98 grams, add 46 grams of hardener. The final yield should be 144 grams. A 1 gram error is acceptable. I got 145 grams, but that's fine, and the resin will dry without any problems. Mix thoroughly for 20 to 30 seconds, being careful not to create bubbles. Be sure to have a second container ready to ensure the resin mixes thoroughly. After mixing, pour in the mixture and mix for another half minute. Let the resin sit for 10 minutes. I mixed 2 145-gram glasses and added another 70 grams. That's about 200 grams of resin per board. I use regular dye, specially made for black resin. I make sure the color is rich and doesn't show through. I mixed 2 145-gram glasses and added another 70 grams. That's about 200 grams of resin per board. I use regular dye, specially made for black resin. I make sure the color is rich and doesn't show through. Periodically run the resin along the edge of the board so that it flows evenly. Leave it to dry for 6 to 8 hours. The resin had already dried and I began sanding the surface using 240, 320, 800 and 1200 abrasives. Now we take a sanding machine and a polishing sponge and polish the surface. Using a stencil, I highlight where the future numbers will be. I glue the numbers and heat them up with a hairdryer so that the double-sided tape sticks. For decoration, we'll need UV resin and a UV lamp. We apply small puddles and dry them with the lamp. We'll decorate the entire dial in this manner. All that's left is to install the clock mechanism. I've prepared the hands and the mechanism with a 22mm stem. Remove the nut and washer. Put on the canopy and rubber band, and install it in the clock. We put a washer on the thread and tighten the nut. Tighten with an 11 key. All that remains is to install the hands and check the mechanism. Checking the clock. It's ticking. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to support the channel. See you there.